Hey, what's up, guys? Oh man, I feel so fresh and clean. I just cut my hair and shaved my face. So it's a whole new fresh slate up in here, you know. Anyway, I wanted to make a little video here. Haven't made one in a while. And just wanted to kind of talk about I guess some things that are going on, and kind of just let you know, just give my little vlog update in here. Super stoked about that. Shoot, I don't know what it is about my cologne, but it's like I feel like it's leaking somewhere somehow, but I've looked all over it and can't figure out how or where, so the mystery remains. But anyway, yeah, it's the day after Halloween, you guys. What else? I don't know. It's been interesting. We've had a lot going on lately and stuff. We had yesterday I had to take 3 of our cats to the Humane Society first thing in the morning on my way to school. So I had 3 cat carriers in my car of all of our precious kitties that I love so much, and took them to get spayed and neutered and stuff like that. And so yeah, it was an interesting adventure. And yesterday was a regular day at school, but it was also Halloween, so it was dress up day. So I wore my Ovechkin jersey and brought my hockey stick because Alexander Ovechkin is the man, and he's the best goal scorer of all time, and he's obviously clearly the best capital of all time. But anyway, one of the best NHL players of all time, period, top 5. And anyway, just super stoked and happy to have worn my costume yesterday. It was pretty simple and refined, which was great. But like I said, it was a regular day of school, but it was also not a regular day of school. There was a pep rally, and since finishing the bulk of my research paper, I felt so relieved and stuff from school, because I just haven't had a lot of other assignments looming over me, and I've definitely had some, stress and stuff from other things in life that I'm managing, taking care of / doing my best, the whole 9 yards. It's a busy time, to say the least, as my mom says. It's a busy time. But it's such a busy time, and but things are getting better. Things are getting easier to manage, one thing at a time. You do something, you check it off the list, you move right on along, and you move right along into the future, which is a really great feeling. So school hasn't been very overwhelming. We have a group debate assignment we've been working on in psychology this week, which is pretty cool. It's been awesome working part of a group with these other 3 awesome guys. It's been great working with them. I really like those guys. I really like the guys in my group, and I think that they're awesome, and they are. And we have a really cool controversial topic of religion in schools, and so it's nice. We're finding arguments for and against, and then we have to make an outline by Sunday and get that all done. But so hopefully I'll be able to get some of that done today at school. I'm on my way to the library at school. Don't have classes, but I still go on Fridays to do schoolwork at the library and stuff. And I'm trying to think here. So I have things going on. There's a skeleton on the back of that Jeep, and he has no head. I have other stuff. I have a history writing assignment to do. But overall, on the school front, it's not so bad. But I've learned the hard way in life, you don't want to take your eye off the ball and ever get too comfy, right? You never want to get too comfortable and just relax and fall into an unhealthy pattern where you're not really taking care of the things you should be taking care of. get behind the 8 ball again, because it's just so not worth it to keep falling behind again and again. Fall behind, catch up, fall behind, catch up, you know? And that's just how life is sometimes. So if that's how life's going, don't sweat it. It will be okay, honestly. And that's just how, seriously, things happen. Things happen sometimes, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just like, this is just what has happened, and this is just reality right now. This is the way she goes. As Ray from Trailer Park would say, it's Trailer Park Boys. The way she goes, boys. It's the way she goes. And I love that. Anyway, long story short, if you don't know Trailer Park Boys, it's a funny show, but it's got some bad language and stuff. But I used to watch it back in the day, and it's a super unique show, and there's some really remarkable characters that are easy to remember and hard to forget. And Ray is like one of them. He's the dad of Ricky. Ricky is one of the main characters. And Ricky's basically a lowlife. And the show is like, it's so self-aware, and it's like just making fun of things. And the characters are so over the top ridiculous. Like it's making fun of, it's not even making fun of trailer park people. It's actually, that's the funny part. It's actually not making fun of trailer park people at all. It's just making ridiculously over the top, insanely funny characters. And Ricky is like, you know, he's like in his 30s. He has a daughter. He has a girl that he's like in and out of a relationship with all the time. He's always getting locked up. Him and his friend Julian are always going to jail all the time, and they're always going to jail, and they're always getting released, and they're always going to jail, and they're always getting released. And it's like such a common part of life. They think nothing of it. Like they never. I was gonna say they never want to go to jail, but that's not even true. Sometimes they do want to go to jail, because sometimes in the show they're just like, it's just so much better, you know. And they just go on and are seriously talking about why it's so much better than real life. And but anyway, Ricky, the ridiculous character of Ricky, who's probably my favorite of, I don't know, there's so many good ones on that show. But so there's Ricky, but then there's also his dad named Ray. And Ray is an alcoholic. There's a lot of alcoholics in the show. But Ray is an alcoholic. He's Ricky's dad. And he is like middle-aged dude, mid-late 50s. Big, heavy-set guy, long, flowing black hair. And he was a truck driver at some point. But the story was he was driving a truck, and he got in an accident because he was drunk, of course. He was drunk, of course, and that's what he'll never admit. And then he got so now he's collecting disability because he got in an accident because he was driving drunk. And there are just so many ridiculously over-the-top moments in that show. They're just famously funny. But basically, at one point, the guys, or something's going on, and the hijinks of life that are always happening, and they're navigating all the time. And there's a trailer park supervisor who is also a massive drunk. He's the biggest drunk on the show. But he's a retired police chief or policeman. What's his name? Richard Leahy. I think it's Richard Leahy. Leahy. And there's my mom over there. And he got fired from the police force for being too drunk, and now he's a trailer park supervisor, and he is still too drunk, and he thinks he's a cop, but he's not. So he rules over the show. He rules over the whole park, like with an iron thumb, with an iron fist, you know, especially over Ricky and Julian, because Ricky and Julian are the only ones that are like, They just basically, like, they're small-time criminals, but they're friends of everyone. They get along with everybody. Everybody's cool with them, pretty much, except for Leahy. They're always fighting against Leahy because he's always trying to get them in trouble and send them back to jail, back to college, as he calls it. But the show is so funny, and so back to Ray. So all the guys get a whole bunch of liquor money together. They're gonna go, you know, they're gonna go get drinks and everything, and get drunk, because it's not what it's all about, but that's what it's all about on the show. Basically, one of the things, that and growing marijuana. Anyway, the show is insane. The show is absolutely insane, like I said. But it is pretty funny. It's undeniably funny in certain parts, for sure. The whole show as a whole is pretty undeniably funny if you can get past some of the content. But and it's done in a really lighthearted way too. Like, the swears are relentless, but still it's like, it's different than like there being like a heavy anger behind it. It's more like, it's just kind of all done in comedic humor, I guess. But so all the guys are like, they have all this liquor money and they've gone to the casino and or no, they haven't gone to this, they have this liquor money and they're getting ready to do this thing. They always have some operation where they're going to make a whole bunch of money, and it's like Ricky and Julian's thing. They're always going to do something to make a whole ton of money. And so they give Ray the liquor money, and they're like, we need you to hold this for now, because you're in on this, you're in on the scheme or whatever they're doing in this club or something like that. They're doing something. And then they come back to him, they're like, where is Ray? Where the heck is Ray? And they're like looking for him, and then they find him in like this little room, this little off room, this little like offshoot room of the club. It's like a little casino, and he's sitting, oh, and by the way, he's in a wheelchair. Ray is always in a wheelchair because he is collecting disability, you know, and he's like, but he's not really injured. He's totally faking all the injuries. He can totally walk. He's just like always in a wheelchair because he has to be in order to keep getting money. And so he's sitting in there, and he's kind of looking his head down at this, and he's in front of a slot machine, and like, they're like, dude, Ray, where's the liquor money? And he's like, lost all the liquor money, boys. Just the way she goes. And they're like, what? What are you talking about? That's the way she goes. He's like, the way she goes. That's what I said. And he's like, they're like, what are you talking about? You lost all the liquor money. What do you mean that's the way she goes? What do you mean? And he's like, well, what can I say? That's how it goes. That's how she goes. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't. What can I say? It's just the way she goes. And it's just like, it's so funny. He's such a ridiculous character in the show. But yeah, the show is super funny. I'm not trying to plug it because it's like I said, it's kind of questionable. But I can't help but talk a little bit about it because it was so funny and enjoyable from all the times, all the times back in the day. Kept me going for in certain ways. But yeah, anyway. So life is pretty good. I've got tons of bills to take care of, and a short time to do it. But I'm actually I'm looking just about right. I'm looking like just how I need to get it done, basically. I'm gonna go do some schoolwork today, and a friend of mine, this really sweet lady, actually reached out to me, and I helped her earlier in the year with some handiwork at her house and stuff, and she called me to ask if I could paint for her, and so I'm gonna reach out to her and see if I can do that today, perhaps, or tomorrow. But I'm planning on going DoorDashing. The money I have to make for my bills isn't too insane. It's not too extremely insane. You know, just have to make a certain amount here. But I'm not swimming upstream. I'm technically swimming upstream, but it's a good workout, if that makes sense. I'm swimming upstream, but I'm not gonna run out of steam. You know, that's just how it is. Like, I'm doing well. Like things are navigatable. I had a bunch of things to take care of with my calling in church, and that was kind of looming. I mean, it was just one more thing, unfortunately, that added to the pile. And it's a shame when it gets to be that way, when you feel like it's a burden. It's not a burden. It's like, you know, it's a joy. It's a joy. But at the same time, like, sometimes in life is just so crazy. And so, you know, you're trying to make sense of everything. You're trying to take care of everything. Trying to make sure everything goes well. And sometimes life can just be overwhelming. You know, it can just be so overwhelming. But like I said, I am making progress. I'm keeping things in check. I'm getting there I'm getting there slowly but surely, for sure. Like, my biggest goal right now is to do really well in school, and I literally only have like a month left of school, pretty much, like just a little over a month. So I'm so almost there. I'm doing pretty good in all my classes. You know, I'm getting the grades I want to get for the most part. I'm working at it. The math is a process, but I'm feeling better and better about that all the time. I just got to make sure I keep going to tutoring, and so my goal is to get straight A's in all my classes. I've got 1A already, and that class is done for the semester. Because if I get straight A's, I'm on the dean's list, and that's like freaking amazing. That's an amazing accomplishment. In all honesty, that's an amazing accomplishment. I'm super thankful that I'm going to do that. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that. I'm going to do everything I can to do that. And even no matter where I land, I'm going to be happy, because I have definitely given this my all, you know. And life is just crazy, and you know, it's so hard to do everything, you know. But and I work hard. I've implemented a lot of different strategies and techniques, like having a scheduler, a planner, and managing my time better, and things like that. I've done pretty much everything I can, you know, to be in a good shape. And life around me, people's lives around me are getting better. People, my family, my friends and families, their lives are getting better. My life is getting better, you know, because I'm in school, and like, just being in school, it's not about just being in school, but like, my life has honestly gotten better since I've been in school, since I started school. I feel so much more capable. I feel so much better. I feel like I can handle things better. I feel like I can just kind of like deal with things better and kind of make sense of things. And I don't know, it's really, really nice, you know. And of course, you know, we just had Halloween. We just had a holiday, big holiday, you know, because it's one that changes the day, changes the world's different that day. Not the same on Columbus Day, for example, but you know, Halloween, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, you know, those are big holidays. Things change, you know, on those days. And we have this huge presidential election coming up. So there's a lot, you know, there's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot to navigate, and you know, it's hard to make sense of sometimes. It's hard to make sense of sometimes, but it is not impossible. It's totally possible. But yeah, and it's very interesting. So it's very important to be positive, and if you have a relationship with God, then you are so lucky, because so many people don't. I'm very, very blessed because of the people I have in my life, and the connection and understanding and relationship I have with God. I'm so thankful for that. That's the reason why I'm succeeding. Like, if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for the people in my life, I would not be making it, period. I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be going to school. I wouldn't be, you know, and I wouldn't be succeeding. I definitely wouldn't be succeeding at school. You know, so I am so thankful for God. I'm so thankful for this time in my life. It's so much different. I've shared this a little bit before, but going to school right now, going to college right now has been a total, it's been a total redemption for me, because, I struggled when I was in school when I was younger. People were stupidly driving around here. So dumb to see people driving so crazy, you know. They speed up to the red lights like 400 feet up in front of us, and they're driving like a madman. You know, it's dumb. But anyway, people be dumb sometime. What am I gonna say? I shouldn't be judgmental, you know. Maybe the person's in an insane rush. Maybe the wife is pregnant. I don't know. Unlikely. Don't get that vibe at all. But still, you know, things can be really crazy. But if you just stay in there. If you give it your best shot and you don't give up and you put your head down and you don't buckle when things get hard, but you keep showing up, keep waking up, you keep getting up, you keep going and doing it, things get so much better. Life gets so much better. My life has gotten so much better, and it will continue to get so much better. I'm slowly but surely finding my place in the world, which is so amazing, and I know it's going to be a place of consequence. It's going to be a place of change. I know that ultimately, the thing I'm going to do in this world, in this life, is going to change a lot of people's lives. It's going to make life better for a lot of people. It's going to help people so much better, you know what I mean? I'm going to do everything I can to help people. And it's going to make such a big difference, because that's just what happens when you do those kinds of things, when you try your best. And luckily, I have, like I said, I have a really good relationship with God. And, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be where I am. But I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. I'm finding myself in this place where I'm starting to get closer to like I said, what I'm gonna do for work and stuff like that. We went to a really great talk the other night. I say we, it was just me, and there's a lot of other people too, and a friend of mine went too. But I just went by myself basically. But the lady that was talking, she was a Columbia University graduate, and she has been an expert in the mental health field for a while. And her talk was about generational trauma and about healing generational trauma. And I was like, at first I was a little skeptical, because I was like, okay, this is borderline new age, this is borderline woke, whatever. We're getting into these categories where it's like going to be kind of questionable. And I was like, yeah, let's see what this is about, right? Let me go in there and find out it's all about critical race theory, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, and but it wasn't. And I mean, she didn't say anything about that really, and it wasn't a whole manifesto about critical race theory or anything like that. She did hint at some things, but she, in my opinion, she hinted at things in a very balanced, non-woke way for the most part. I'm not saying she was completely non-woke, but I'm also not saying she wasn't completely woke either at all. I'd say she's more non-woke than woke. It was so diminished that it was not even important, which is actually great. So, but yeah, it was a really great talk, and she was selling her book. I wanted to get it so bad. Didn't have the money. A friend let me borrow the money. I was so thankful. And then they sold out of the book, so I didn't get one. But I'm definitely going to get her book online when I can. And it's just like one more thing. It's kind of leading me into the direction that I know I'm supposed to go in. And that's mental health. And I'm just, I'm super, super thankful. Oh, I get some new brake pads here. Super, super thankful for being closer to my purpose and stuff like that. So, thanks for watching, you guys. I know I've kind of rambled on a little bit here towards the end, but, yeah, I don't really know if I have anything else to say. I don't think so. So, these videos, they just kind of go how they go. So, it's just how it is, But, yeah, I hope you guys are doing great with your lives. I hope things are going good. I hope things aren't too crazy. I hope things are good. I hope they're great. And it's an interesting world. It's an interesting world we live in. And this is an interesting time, with the election and the controversies from both sides and the conflict between both sides, etc. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore. Because I've got my feelings, but I'm going to just keep to myself right now about it. And yeah, so hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you have a great day, great week, and everything. I'm in the process of making a sports channel YouTube page. I may be doing that. Maybe not. But, yeah, just got a lot of things going on, but you know how it is. So I'm going in here this weekend. I've got some big jobs to do. Gotta get my insurance paid. Gotta get my credit card bill paid, and some other things too. So hopefully I make enough money this weekend. I've got to do. The best thing to do is to follow the Spirit, because you never know where you're going to go. But if you trust the Spirit, then you can go places you didn't dream. So it's a matter of what I choose to do, right? I would like to think that I should follow the Spirit because it's the best option, but it's a little scary sometimes. So we'll see. But I'm so thankful that God's given us choice and that we can make our own decisions and not have to worry too much about the aftermath. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, did we make the wrong decision? Now our entire lives are in ruins. You know, it's not like that. It's like, you know, because as long as you're trying to stay close to Him, no matter what decision you make, you'll be in the right place, because the little decisions you make slowly but surely help you get closer to Him. Help make a difference in life. So I'm super stoked about that. Super thankful for everything. And yeah, I share all this with you guys in the name of Jesus Christ. You know, I'm an imperfect person, and so are you, and that's okay. So welcome to the club. We're all in this club. It's called the We're Not Perfect Club, and we're gonna make mistakes club. And guess what? It's gonna be ugly sometimes. But does any of that mean that God doesn't love you? No, it doesn't. So anyway, just remember you are so loved, and things are going to be so great. So just keep focused, keep facing forward, keep facing towards the sun, and keep going in the right direction. You know, put your best effort in, and take breaks when you need to. Give up when you need to. Sometimes you need to give up, and you know what I mean? Like, give up, like take a break kind of thing. Not like not throw in the towel and stuff. But so I vandalized this Trump sign out here. I've seen more vandalized, for what it's worth. I've seen more vandalized Trump signs than I've seen vandalized Kamala signs. So I don't know. We'll see. I think I know what I feel about that. But anyway, have a great day, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching.